Okay, and we're live. What up, yo? It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow starring K-Pro and Cowlazars. How's everybody doing? And starring all of you. Hey, I muted it this time. All right, what's going on, K-Pro?
What up, yo?
It's that kind of a day.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, everything's
What's going
great.
on? Everything's coming up roses. Ah, that's one of the hints for our book, Roses. No, it's not, or is it? You don't know. So we're hard at work on our treasure hunt before we get into the other treasure hunts, and we're trying to get it out to the printer here in the next week or two. So we're hard at work trying to make it
Uh,
so difficult you can't ever figure it out, except you will in like 2 days, and that's the problem.
there you go.
Kate Bro's like, don't talk about it, don't say anything,
I
unless you let
I
something
would prefer
slip.
to be more like Randy, but Mike just cannot contain himself. So I'm just gonna say nice and quiet. And the blabbermouth here, he can do whatever he wants.
Okay. All right. So today we're not talking about our treasure hunt. Today
Or
we're
wait, do we
talking
want to
about.
drop that trailer? Do we want to drop that trailer? As people are making their
Oh, you
way
want me to
in.
show it?
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
well,
It's
most
like two
people.
minutes long. People can get in, and then we have updates on JCB's hunt. We have
If you're
the
sub-
epic fun. Aren't we like 4 days from Benlow's timeline? So we should definitely have Shiloh answers in the next like 3 days, which is
uh-huh.
huge. And then we have a few other updates as well.
Okay, so if you're subscribed to our channel or on my mailing list, obviously you should have seen this already. But if you didn't, we can play it. It's not a big deal. All right, here we go. This is a teaser, just a little teaser, a little taste, if you will, of our upcoming treasure hunt. Did you hear Okay, it's not a treasure hunt. It's an adventure. Okay, Pro, a grand
Yeah.
adventure.
So that if you guys went the actual music, it was a little funky. It was a little weird.
Oh,
I
was
was
it?
like in a fishbowl. So yeah, and if you come to
Yeah. If you
WSOF,
guys
can
want
we
the
get some secret hints? No, there's no secret hints. We're not even going to talk about it, but we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about what is all in the treasure and the approximate value. If you thought this trailer was good, just wait. You will have that's a remarkably good question, I think. And
Inside the Vegas sphere. That's good.
yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be you guys, all answers will come and be revealed through trailers and information. So everyone has the same information. They don't have to watch this video to get answers. So
Well,
that's how I say it. That's how it's going to be.
I think this weekend we need to do a little preview of a chapter, K-Pro, but we'll have to talk about that and figure it out. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep,
Uh,
I do.
so
And
So if you want on the mailing list to be notified first of the what's going on, email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. But of course, we will always talk about it when we go live. You guys will know when it's released. You guys will know when you can pre-order. You guys will know how much, all that fun stuff.
yeah,
But
but the biggest thing is you don't have to watch our shows to be able to get all the information that everybody else has. So we're not
that's
going to drop anything during a show an hour in that you might go, oh, did I miss something? It'll
right.
all be
Fair enough.
available with the trailers and the official information. We're going to make a little sub channel thing. I don't know what they call it, playlist, and everything will be there. Okay.
You'll see. Somebody could get the book and solve it who has no idea who we are or what the YouTube show or anything. It's a treasure hunt. Okay. Were there any hints or clues in the trailer you just showed? Well, you never know. I'm not even going to go down that road. So that's our little way to pay it forward. But there's somebody else out there that's paying it forward in a big way. Who is that, K-Pro?
JCB, and I'm not doxing him because his name is John Collins Black. His handle is John Collins Black. His website is johncollinsblack.com. His Medium channel is John Collins Black. His LinkedIn is John Collins Black. He has come in and said, I bought the pickle jar. So at John Collins Black, I mean, that he's having the biggest hunt that is millions upon millions of dollars.
Sounds like a fake name, John Collins Black. Okay. But yeah, that's what he says. That's what he's saying. That's what he promises. We'll see. But I guess we want to talk about it tonight because somebody out there in our Discord made a list of all those items that are in the picture, which is pretty cool actually, and kind of gave an estimated value. So where did we get? I was looking at it and then I thought, where did we get to? There were 5 treasures. It said that in the description somewhere.
It said that in the on I think
Description.
it's Amazon.com. It says there's 5
Check.
treasures hidden throughout the United States or something like that.
So if you
And
don't
to be
know,
clear, John Collins has said nothing. The only thing we
okay,
had,
that's
it is
right.
not on his, if you go to johncollinsblack.com, right now he has a children's book that's getting released in April. My guess is he may not say anything till April, but this wasn't an accident, guys. He basically released his hunt through releasing on it's on target.com, amazon.com, books.com, all the different places. He owns a publishing company. And he has a book coming out, and we have the book cover, and now we have a few pages.
See, it doesn't say it on Amazon. But anyway, if you guys are seeing this for the first time, check it out. I'll show you. This is what's on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and you put in there's Treasure Inside by John Collins Black, this is what you get. I've hidden a treasure somewhere in the United States that's worth millions upon millions. See, it says treasure, not treasures. That's worth millions upon millions of dollars, and it's waiting there for you to find it. John Collins Black. This is the cover. And this is the picture of the old treasure, or at
Okay,
least some of it. You know, is this all of it or only part of it? We don't know.
so 2 things. Okay, I don't want to repeat anything that's wrong. I heard 5 treasures from last
Right.
time.
And I
So,
saw that somewhere. Okay, wait. Go ahead. Sorry.
so in the chat, if you know, because some
Oh,
people
it's
are
right here.
really
It's right here, K-Pro. Sorry.
okay.
You click on the image. This is where it says it. It says, perhaps you'll soon be on your way to discovering where I hid the 5 treasure boxes. There it is. There it is. Breaking news. 5 treasure boxes.
Okay, so Doug Heidick asked, can someone or has someone verified that JCB is truly a multimillionaire? I am going to say it was not me, but it has been verified for a while that he is a multimillionaire. And I'll leave it at that. Through Bitcoin, it looks like, and we're going to leave it at that. But I will say, I don't want to know anything more. But yes, it does not. It seems like he has the means. I didn't know at this level, but he definitely, with his house value, and he just bought a new house, and all of that. I won't even go into the details. I'm not looking it up, but it does seem that he does have the means that he is talking about in this treasure.
But the other good thing is he's showing us a picture, and that's why we want to go over the picture today. I mean, he said millions upon millions, and then he shows a picture of the treasure. Well, what are the items that are in there?
Yeah.
Could these things be worth, millions of millions? But
Yeah.
before we get into the picture, I wanted to show this. What does this remind you of, K-Pro? What's this format remind you of?
Oh yeah, it reminds you of the um TTOTC and the stamps.
Exactly. So he's definitely paying it forward, and I think blazed the path right here, the blaze. So it reminds me of Forrest Fenn's books, where he would have the little, the little stamp, and it just looks the same as, like, it might have been Too Far to Walk or one of those. This definitely has that same feel, which I think is on purpose, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
And there's obviously, this is Morse code in here. If we could zoom in, that's little dots and dashes
Yeah,
there. That's what
okay.
I think. Anyway, all right. So let's go back to the photo. Actually, let me get the photo I can zoom in on. So let me get a different one. But
So
it's
here's what
Amazon. I pre-ordered it. Everybody can pre-order it.
so here's what some people have done. A few searchers have really zoomed in and high res and cleaned up and all of that. And they have found many of the items and how much their value was and when John bought them. And it looks like he bought a lot of the items in 2021. So that's where I think he was starting to build up these caches. I don't know though, but so there is a spreadsheet that G, thank you, G, has posted on our Discord. And he is going over, here is the item and here is the value. And so we'll go over some of those items because
Yeah,
I would have never thought that anyone could have searched down a lot of those things. But yes, everyone is saying thank you, G. Thank you, G.
yeah. Thanks, whoever you are. Maybe G is John Collins Black. No, sorry. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into the picture and just zoom in on something, shall we? But it goes to Doug's, was it Doug that said, how do we know it's millions? Or how do we know he has the means? Well, he did post a picture. So as long as you believe the picture is real and true, that this is the actual treasure, I mean, it helps. Instead of just promising something, he's at least showing a picture. So let's start at the top. So one, we've got some bars of gold. I mean, who doesn't want gold bars? We've got a necklace right here, which I'm not sure if they were able to identify the necklace. I think they did, but we'll see. We've got a ring. We've got, I don't know if these are earrings. What do you think those are, K-Pro?
They kind of look like earrings.
Yeah, we've got another ring. We've got a pendant on a chain.
Yeah, I think we should do it the other way. I think we should do where G puts it on a spreadsheet and then it's like, where's Waldo? We go and find it.
Okay. All right, we can do that. So the first thing on the spreadsheet is a 1960 Rome Olympic gold medal.
Ooh, that's in the front. Yeah, that's in the front.
Is that this guy? Well, this says 1996, so that's
that says
probably not it.
1996.
Yeah, a 1960 Rome Olympic gold medal. Yeah, it's here. I mean, this is what the guy did. Is he analyzed it all.
Yeah.
It's just trying to find it. Could be fun.
Yeah, it's like, where's Waldo? I don't know.
Right. I
Let's
mean,
see.
there is this medal, but
Yeah, but I don't think that's 1960. That says 1996, which is I lived in Atlanta during that time.
could be this one, maybe.
Yeah, zoom in.
Right here. This is zoomed in. Well, when you zoom in, it kind of deteriorates, so it's not sure.
It pixelates or whatever. Maybe this wasn't a good way to do it, but let's keep going.
But I trust it's in there. So the value they researched this and looked it up. The value they have on that Olympic gold medal is 25 grand.
Oh, G wants to say, I compiled and found a few, but credit to others who found the items too. Thank you, G.
There you go.
Rome medal is on the other image, G says.
Oh, from the book. Okay, then we'll look at that in a minute. There is, the two chapter previews show two of the things as well. Got it. 96 karat shiver emerald, and that's in the other one as well. So I guess, or is that this guy right here?
I don't know.
I mean, that looks like an emerald.
Oh, the emerald ring. Get it, emerald. But this one didn't get taken out by their family.
You're right. So the 96 karat emerald valued at $40,000. The moon rock from Moon Rock Lunar Meteorite, NWA 12691.
That's over to the right. Yeah.
And there it is. You can look up the value, which is $25,000. I'm rounding. I'm rounding up or down. He's got the Forrest Fenn necklace, everybody. The Forrest Fenn necklace
look at
from
that.
the auction. And that's this right here, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Value. Now this says value of 46,000. Is that because it went for that much in the auction? I don't remember.
Yeah, so it could be more,
Wow,
it could be
for that much.
less after. Yeah, yeah.
Really cool to have the necklace though. Michael Jordan rookie card mint number 9. It's graded 9 out of 10. $16,000. That's this one right here. Well, I
Right
mean,
there, right
Jordan
there.
is
There
the
it is.
card. You
There it
talk about
is.
basketball cards. That is the one you want to have. He is the
That's the
GOAT.
one.
16,000, everybody.
16,000.
What I want to know is John Collins Black, because I know you're watching. Is there a cash equivalent if somebody wants you to keep the treasure and they just want the cash for all this? No, actually, I would never take the cash. This is too many awesome things to have.
Yeah.
There's a gold coin from Lima, Peru, 1752. Now that could be any of these. I'm not sure how they identify.
Yeah, I don't know either.
13,500 is the value on
Okay,
that.
hold on. G has spoken. The
Oh.
prices are what they sold for and estimates based on similar items if the specific
Right.
one couldn't be located like the Jordan card. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you for the clarification, G.
And Redneck Express says, I'm not impressed. It's likely just a scam. Well, that's why we're saying that's a valid point until it comes out. That's why we're talking about it, Redneck.
Right.
But this is a little bit more than just somebody saying, I'm going to do a treasure hunt. This is on Amazon. The book is obviously already written, and here's a treasure. So we wanted to
Well,
look
and
at
the cool part was, so let's use some examples. Tumble Bear Load. When that came out, some people questioned it, some people didn't. We talked to the guy, he seemed legit, and then over time we figured out it was legit, but then he pulled it because people stalked him and did bad things. Blackbeard. At the beginning, Blackbeard looked legitimate. Then they came out and did some things that were a little shady, and some of us backed away. Some people still put them on YouTube and said, I'm going to go with what they're saying, even though it's probably a scam. And then eventually it was a scam. Some people bought in, some people didn't. Right now, we're going to talk about this later. Some people are already saying they have a copy of the book. They have this, that. I don't have any information on that, and they won't provide evidence. So at this point, I'm going to assume it's legitimate until it's not, just because some people have done some research on JCB. He seems to have means. Right now, I'm not going to question him, no matter if people in the hunt are trying to say they have relations with JCB and they already have advanced copies and those sorts of things. I'm not going there yet. But let's keep going. We'll talk about that after, because I want to talk about, I want to look at this.
All right. Next is the gold coin from Lima, Peru, 13,500. And that's what this one right here. It's graded, which is nice. How we can look it up and know what it sold for at NCG. Just like NCG graded Forrest Fenn's coins. This is one that's graded as well. Art Smith brooch, $600. So there's a brooch in there somewhere. Maybe it's this guy. That looks like a ring. But I'll trust the G, and the other people in the Discord know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Olive green jade bracelet, Southeast China, Neolithic period, 3rd millennium BC, $11,800.
The one on the, it's on the left green, down there.
This?
Up. No, that's the emerald.
This guy. Yeah, this guy right here. Wow.
Ooh.
That's old. That's pretty cool. Forrest Fenn, a collection of gold beads, circa 500 to 1000 AD, $6,600, 73.1 grams of gold, 6,600. And that is.
Wait, what was it? Was that the Forrest Fenn?
Forrest Fenn's gold.
Okay, go over to the right.
There, this one.
Nope.
That's not it, right here.
Okay. What was the description again?
A collection of gold beads. A string.
Oh, yes, that's
a
it.
string. Yeah, that's
I thought you were talking the nugget. Okay.
Egyptian gold snake bracelet, late Ptolemaic period to Roman period, 1st century BC, from the collection of Francis Brookholst, cutting, 52 grand. Egyptian.
You see the really large gold nugget with the 2 X's on it to the right,
Yeah, right
there,
here,
right there. Yeah, that's where I think.
That's cool. Yeah. I'd wear that to the casino.
Wait, there's 2 of them though.
Where do you see the other one?
Right above it.
Here. Yeah, there are 2 of them. So maybe they're the same, maybe they're not.
You don't know.
That looks like it could be the eye of a frog right there, K-Pro. You're not paying attention.
I'm trying to look at chat.
There's the frog right there. That is it. There's the wait. I just saw is this the frog? It looks like the eye of a frog right there.
Yeah,
it says it's a Fabergé frog, $19,000.
Oh, snake bracelets on the left. G just said no, don't do that. No.
This one?
I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to be reading the chat.
I'm reading chat. All he said was, we are delayed, my little love.
And look back here. There is another Pokemon card, which we can't see. We see this one, but we can't see this one. So who knows how much that's worth? Okay. Yeah, I know. I know there's a delay. That's how we roll here
That's
on
it,
YouTube.
he said in big exclamations.
Okay. Tiffany Studios vase circa 1900. Is that this guy
Yeah,
right
and
here?
if you guys, and so up on Discord, there's actually a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is reading from it, but so go up on Discord and you'll actually see the descriptions and all of that. So
The
we're
link,
just having some fun with the pictures.
the link to our Discord is down below. Julio, if you could put it in the chat,
Sure
but
to
it's also down below in the description. You click on it, it's free. You go, you join. Make sure you check out the invitation room for our little treasure hunt that's coming up.
Well, and
Okay.
Mark or Carrie asked how much total. So out of the items, and I think there's only about 15 items identified, it's around $1 million. So how much with all the others? We have no idea. We're just having fun doing this.
So 24 items total, and at the end I'll give the total because G
Yeah.
and others have actually broke it down and let us know.
Nice.
A Fabergé, which we know is expensive, gold-mounted nephrite magnifying glass. Magnifying glass.
Where's that?
Where that is.
Find it. Keep
Just
going.
like Where's Waldo?
Yeah, go up. Maybe it's inside the.
No,
Oh, what?
don't see that one. Maybe G can enlighten us. But this says because it's Fabergé, it's worth $22,000. St. Petersburg,
$22,000.
circa 1890.
Bottom right. Bottom right. Oh, this is bottom right.
Lorraine's bottom right. Oh, right there, right there. That would be a cool one.
Oh, right there. It was right in front of our eyes, hidden in plain sight.
Lorraine says, how do we know this is not AI generated? Not to be negative, but just a thought. That's true. Just because there's a picture does not mean it's, it's legit. We are taking John Collins Black at his word. But the other thing that leads credence to it is he did buy the olive jar for what was it, 40 grand, 30 grand, something like that. I mean,
the pickle jar, honey, the pickle jar.
What I want to know is will the olive jar be in the treasure? That would be cool. We don't know. I mean, it's a guess, but if he bought it, he put these other items from Forrest Fenn.
So we're not going to get into rumors. We'll do a speakeasy right after this where maybe that'll be answered. But for right now, let's go with the factual stuff that we have.
Are we doing a speakeasy tonight?
We need to do a speakeasy tonight.
Well, don't be giving out hints and clues. Okay. Tiffany Studios Iris Vase, circa 1900. That must be this guy right here.
Yeah, looks like
$5,000.
$5,000.
Spanish colonial gold oblong bar recovered from the Nuestra Senora de la Luz, sank in 1752. 90 grand. That's got to be one of these up here, I would guess.
Yeah.
Or this one. It could be this one with the X on it. But yeah, 90,000 for that lump of gold. Art Smith brass cuff. Only $3,500. That's the Art Smith brooch is the lowest one at 600. But I mean, all this stuff is awesome. Could you imagine opening a box and all this stuff is in there?
The Chasing Indy says the emerald ring, woman. I don't see. I see the emerald
up here. Did I see it?
I don't know.
Well, there's a ring. There's a ring everywhere. Right here.
That's the blobby one. Brass cuff in the back left. Back left, honey. Back left.
This?
I have no. That's the big emerald.
All right.
That's a ring.
A ring
looking for
here.
Cuffs.
Cuffs.
God, this is awesome to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to go through. It's fun. All right, we're almost done. Gold and multi-stone ring by Verba Necotata, 22 grand, wherever that is. A gold, wood, and multi-stone cuff by Charles Laloma, 27,000. A gold sugarlight and multi-stone ring by Charles Laloma, 14,000. Silver turquoise and multi-stone ring by Charles Laloma, 14,000. Pablo Picasso, a Chevrolet, 1956. I don't know what that is. 25 grand. And finally, Jackie Kennedy's Art Deco diamond sapphire frosted crystal bow brooch. We know a little bit about brooches, don't we, honey? $85,000.
Okay, I want you to zoom in. Yeah. Here's the thing that I think is interesting. Zoom in now. Go to the right. Right. Okay. See the gold no, to the right. The littler nugget, right? Down, right? Yes. That one. That is an exact match from TTOTC.
So that's one of Forrest Fenn's gold nuggets, we think.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Sweet. Okay, so that was about 25 items that have been identified. Remember, we did only 25 out of all these items. That grand total is is $791,117.
Oh, I saw an
791
updated
grand.
one that was 960,000. So
This is
that
what's
was
in the,
probably yesterday. So if you go and look, there's even more
yeah.
identified. So yeah.
Well, there's a couple things we don't know. We don't know if this is the entirety of the treasure. We don't know if the box is full on the bottom and this is just the
Right.
stuff he brought out. And we don't know if this treasure is going to be split up into the 5 different treasure boxes. So we don't know if it's a proxy item, which I'm assuming it would be, or he's actually putting this out there somewhere. I doubt he's putting,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably a proxy. But when the book comes out, I'm sure the rules and terms and conditions will be in the book. So we'll learn all this stuff. So
Well, it says there's 5 treasures. Indy's
yeah,
saying there's 5 chests, but I don't think he said did he say there's 5 chests?
it says,
Okay.
perhaps you'll soon be on your way to discovering where I hid the 5 treasure boxes. That's 5
Okay.
boxes. Sounds to me like it's 5 boxes, 5 locations.
Yeah.
And you could probably win more than one. And that's cool because it is, we know it's in the US. So if he spread it out, East Coast, I live on the West Coast. If 5 of
Right.
them are spread out, that's pretty cool.
Hopefully it's like an X. There's like one on each corner and then there's an
Now,
X.
Andy
Yeah.
says one is associated with Justin Posey. What do you mean by that, Candy? What do you mean associated with Justin Posey? One of the items is? Did he give it to him? Did he sell it to him? We'll see what she
Yeah.
said.
And I wanted to clarify, I popped on David Pisano's chat. I watched it after the fact. And he was saying, but JCB couldn't even afford the Forrest Fenn treasure. He didn't get an opportunity to. He
Right.
put an offer in higher than Justin and he didn't get it. So he absolutely had the means. There was just shenanigans going on the Forrest Fenn stuff. So I right now just
Posey is associated with the moon rock. Oh, well, we know Justin's into meteorites and stuff. So I wonder if he owned it at one time or
well,
well,
no,
come into the speakeasy and tell us
yeah,
what you mean, Candy, tonight after the show.
yeah,
Awesome. That's cool. The moon
yeah.
rock.
Okay,
Moisture Eyes says, if I find this, do I have to sell it to Justin? If you find it, Justin may make an offer, but you don't have to sell it to him.
so the information I have, and I think we're all going on conjecture right
Yeah,
now,
of course.
is Justin and John are not associated at this point or at any point. Just like Shiloh and John are not associated. It sounds like John is doing his own thing. John is the one with the pickle jar. John is the one that's filmed with Jens. But I don't know if we have any other evidence, actual evidence that shows there's any association. I'm taking this one very different. I'm going to assume any rumor is not the case until we actually see evidence of it. Like if Justin came out and said, I am associated with John, then I would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and that comes to the point of we do have someone on our Discord. He's called 3 Clocks. He has the icon of 3 different clocks. And he is saying he has an advanced copy and has said, he's kind of marked my words, look at page 49 when the book comes out.
I don't even know you would bring it up. Why you would bring it up. I don't
Because I
believe
had
it. You got to
had,
show me proof. Go ahead.
right. So I've had at least 10 people message me, oh my gosh, this is now John is dirty. And we need to understand that there's lots of shenanigans. And this is, I'm going to say this up front just because this is the first example and then I'm going to leave it alone. I am not going to assume that there is an advanced copy out there by a searcher that is saying it, even though I do think the searcher usually wouldn't do something like this because I've met this searcher. I don't believe it until we actually see it. If this is John's plan to give advanced copies to people, et cetera, I'd be disappointed. That's why it's kind of weird because I thought this searcher wouldn't do shenanigans.
Right.
But I'm not assuming, and Mike contacted the searcher directly and just said, can you answer? And he didn't. So I'm
Didn't get a
assuming
response.
he's either joking or maybe
Yeah.
doesn't realize how badly that comes off because we're all coming out of the big breakup of the Forrest Fenn shit show. Let's not assume though, just because someone says, if some anonymous person says I have an advanced copy of a book, unless I see it, sorry, it's just
You got to
not the
prove
case.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Mock Smith says the book is out on Amazon for $50. It's a pre-order, Mock. It actually comes out October 21st. So you can pre-order it, but nobody's going to get it. It does say if you pre-order it, it will be delivered to your house on October 21st. At least mine does. We have Prime.
Right.
Now Chase Incorporated is in the chat and says all items pictured will be divided between 5 different boxes or locations. And how do you know that, Chase Incorporated? But then again, Candy says, what did she say? Candy says one is in California, Arizona, New Mexico. How do you know that, Candy? So come into Speakeasy and tell us what you know. If anybody has any inside info that they want to share, come into the Speakeasy. Let's talk about it. But you got to have some proof. You got to at least, tell us how you know what you know.
There will be some tea spilled. I am going to give a little bit of information, but it's just conjecture in
Yeah,
speakeasy.
we can all guess on what we think it is, obviously. I mean, I'm guessing that this treasure will not be out there, that it's going to be a proxy item, but that's just a guess. It says, will you find
No.
my treasure boxes? Discover where I hid the 5 treasure boxes. That doesn't mean the treasure's in the treasure box. It could be the proxy in the treasure box, etc.
Okay. And Mike said something last week that is a total troll lie that is not true.
What?
And we're going to call him on it. He said, and everybody know this is a flat out lie. He's a liar.
What's that?
Mike said, I know this one is going to be cipher based. You don't know
Oh,
that.
this one. Yeah, I
You
don't
don't know that, liar. I'm
You
red
guys didn't
buttoning
find the
you.
cipher and the message on Amazon? Well, I'm not going to say what it is. Okay. Maybe 5 boxes in one spot. Yeah, I doubt it. I think it's going to be 5. But again, we don't know. These are all guesses, everybody. But it's fun. It's fun to have a bigger than Forrest Fenn. I hate to say it, but bigger than the thrill of the chase treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Bigger in that the prize. Now, will it attract the same amount of people? Who knows? Anyway.
Yeah. So, Mike, you need to stop assuming. You need to say it when you're assuming because people are like, oh, I was so into it, but Mike said it's cipher based. I'm like, no, Mike was just saying.
Guess.
So we have to really be laser pointed this time.
So
no shenanigans.
all right, I'm going to put a poll up. Ready? I'm going to do a poll for everybody, which is just for fun because nobody knows, but I do want to do a poll. Here's the question. Here, let me type it. Go ahead, Kate Brown.
Okay, so so right now, what are we going to do? We waited 6 to 9 months with the Benlow timeline, and we're still waiting like 10 or 11 months later. We have 8 months to wait. We're going to have fun with it. And people that do the shenanigan stuff, we're not going to care about. We're going to, right now, this is how I'm doing it, I should say. I'm going to assume it's a clean hunt until we know otherwise, because it's fun to think about and it's fun to go through these pictures. It's fun to get a little something. I am not going to assume any negative, like JCB's already leaking out advanced copies of pictures. He's put some advanced cipher in there. That's all shenanigans. Those trolls, like Mike, trolls.
So G and whoever else in Discord, you didn't mention the Bitcoin. I'm assuming that Bitcoin number on that little fake Bitcoin thing, you can look it up. Is that 1 Bitcoin or is it more than? How much Bitcoin is in that wallet is my question. 1 Bitcoin is over 50 grand. So
okay,
can awesome I
ask
Bitcoin.
A clarifying question on your poll?
Yeah.
Do you think JCB's treasure hunt will have a Forrest Fenn like poem with clues? Do you mean like a random thing that is put that could have 100,000 different answers in an illegal spot? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, will he do a poem like Forrest Fenn that has clues? That's all. I'm not getting into the is it legit or not, and can you just solvable.
Oh, well, that's a hard one.
I think yes, because I think he got his idea from Forrest Fenn, would be my guess. And so I think he'll pay a homage or tribute and do some kind of a poem. I think so.
Here's what I think, because I can't answer this because it doesn't apply. He has 5 different caches. What if he did 5 different? One is a cipher, one is a poem, one is a book.
Would be cool. That would be cool. 5 different. We should have thought of that for our book. All right, next book. We'll do that in the next.
Small royalty, John. Small royalty for that idea, I'm sure.
And John Collins Black, if you are watching, we're going to be looking for a publisher to publish our book. So reach out. I know you got Marble. I know you have, what's it called? Treasure Incorporated is the publisher for this book. So maybe we could be the second book. Just an idea. Okay. So far the room is split. Do you think he'll have a poem? 30 votes. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just fun to talk about. This is all guesses.
So Kiwi Road said, is it really guessing?
Yeah. Okay.
Kiwi Road said, is it really illegal to leave your property in a public place that's intended for use in the future? 100%. And Cam Shawley just said it this week. They have things in place, policy and laws in place. It is absolutely illegal what Forrest did. It's absolutely illegal what Jack did. Both of them, it was illegal. Both of them had, well, Cam Shawley didn't say this. Both of them had legal issues, and both of their lawyers were talking to Yellowstone because of that. So yes, it's absolutely illegal. And Cam Shawley said, there really isn't a reason to change policy based on the treasure hunt because they already had things in place. They just broke the law. And Cam said, we kind of got told after the fact. But yeah, they already have laws in place that what Forrest did and what Jack did were illegal. So, yeah. The person behind this has always been right in front of you. Okay. So for the next little bit, we're going to be able to, 8 months or so.
Maybe.
This is my guess is John has a children's book coming out in April, so he is not going to publicize a second book until his first book is kind of passed. I don't know if he's going to, there's lots of rumors, which we'll talk about in Speakeasy, of additional things. I'm not going to go there right now. We just focused on, yeah. And see, Chasing Indy said, I'm excited about this hunt. I believe this was on behalf of Fenn.
I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe, but you know
That's
what?
a good conspiracy theory to talk about. Yeah.
But if Candy thinks that and it makes her happy and excited about it, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
I don't think that, but I think it could be. I'm going to be up for anything as long as it's not. I do not. I will say I will be disappointed if some searchers already have advanced copies. So I'm not believing that until evidence comes out otherwise.
So Doug says, I've already started filming with a Netflix doc on the JCB hunt. Cannot say more. There's an NDA. That's good, Doug. That's good.
Yeah.
Tonight will be a fun discussion. So guys, if you've never been in Discord before, come on and join. Go to the room labeled Speakeasy, and we all just talk at each other in a nice, polite, civil way. K-Pro. All right.
Yes, I'm not the one that goes crazy. We have a nice civil. Yeah, I never call names or curse or yell or freak out, or I read button on occasion.
Nemo, is that the one by the pastor? He says the Appalachian Trail Treasure Solution is out. Email me a link, Nemo, to where that is. I have the book over here on the stack, so I'd like to see what the answer was, for sure. Wasn't the key issue regarding illegality that the Forrest Fenn treasure was buried in a national park? Yes.
So from Forrest side, yeah, burying it in a park is absolutely an issue. And then Jack's issue was using a metal detector, getting it, digging it up. He had to dig it up, and then he didn't turn it into the superintendent. So there's lots of, they were only misdemeanors. They weren't felonies, but they broke a deal. They brokered a deal. And someone else asked me, you're in the chat, I already saw you, since precedent has been set that Yellowstone doesn't do anything, JCB could put one in Yellowstone and he has no repercussions. So it looks like a perfect deal.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes to court, that's the defense. Well, Forrest Fenn did it, nothing happened to him. So hey, yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'm assuming they're already out there, right? His proxy items are already there. Or would he hide them later this summer? Yeah, those are good questions. One's going to be in Nevada, K-Pro. We're going to have to go. We're going to have to fly wherever it takes us on this one. So let's see what our poll is. We've got 38 votes. We got 113 people, and only 38 people voted. 47% say yes, 53% say no. Do you think JCB's treasure hunt book will have a Forrest Fenn-like poem with clues?
See, I think it's going to be yes and no. Each cache is going to be different. Maybe, but I don't know.
Then the answer would be yes. If you think there's one, the answer would be yes, right?
Maybe. Okay. I don't think it's going to be general and it could be 100,000 different spots and all of them fit the puzzle.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like Douglas Preston. I don't think it's just going to be as easy. Oh, you should ask another question. Is any of the clues going to break and fall over time?
Yeah. Did he use a tree for a blaze? That's true. Maybe it'll be a pirate map. You don't know. Maybe it'll be so hard, it'll be impossible. What I want to know. So here's the questions I have. If I could talk to JCB, this is what I ask. What I would ask. Are there 5 treasure boxes? Is it proxy items? Are you eligible to win more than one of the treasure boxes? Is there an end date? What if he said no?
I'm going to ask him this one question, and now you're going.
No, I didn't say one. I said questions. Can you win more than one? Right. If there's a team, how do you split it up? I guess. In other words, I guess it's whoever turns it in, huh? Yeah, that's a good question. Do you tell us what the proxy is we're looking for? Is there an end date? Do you have to have anything other than your treasure hunt book? Yes, that's right, Debbie Teal. This is not out until October 21st, 2024. We're really talking about it super early, but it is on Amazon already with a picture of the treasure. So that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, so I would like to ask all of you, and if you're watching this later, put it in the comment section, but all of you in the chat, if you had one question, only one, it wasn't like Mike where he has 15 questions. If you had one and only one question to ask JCB today, and he would answer it, what would it be? Mike, you answer first.
Thanks for the show, Steve Klein says. Oh, I had one question?
One
One question, and that's it? Oh, there you go. Sea Star probably has the best one so far. Can you solve without boots on the ground? Oh, and win. I doubt. I wouldn't say win. I would say, can you find the location without a boots on the ground? In other words, will the book tell you exactly where to go? Or is it like Forrest Fenn? You have to be there and you have to find some kind of physical landmarks. Good question,
Well,
Sea Star.
does the hunt require specialized knowledge? That's a good one. And here's something else interesting.
It's always yes to that answer. That question.
JCB also owns a like a documentary type company, like he's that kind of guy. What if there's like a movie documentary that's going to roll out with it?
That'd be cool, like a national treasure. Greg says, I hope he puts out the book and doesn't answer any questions. That would be good too, like a recluse, somebody who just says, there it is. You believe it. You don't. I don't care. Kind of like
Yeah,
a
see,
Randy Pishel.
you know what someone else brought up? I like Jeremy's question. How accessible is the treasure during any winter? So
Yeah.
Forrest launched his hunt in September, but he didn't have the foresight of searchers and what they do. If it's just going to be anywhere in the US and he launches this in October, late October, so that I think is a great question because there could be some issues, some issues, some issues.
Chasing Indy,
April,
where's
read
your
my
count?
question.
Oh,
I would ask him if the hunt is related to the pickle jar. Okay.
right.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like he's been doing this for 5 years, well before the pickle jar, but maybe. Can all be pre-validated? Question,
Yeah. I
can
don't think English is their first language. Maybe.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Validates of all you plan to profit from. Yeah, somebody said for $50 they might get back a 500,000. If he's putting out millions upon millions, I personally don't have an issue that his book is $50. I understand though, and maybe someone else said that maybe that's why he's putting it out so early because $50 is considerable to some, and they have some time to kind of save up and have that ready. So that's, I don't know. No.
Chasing Indy says 2019 is when the chest was found 5 years ago. And that's when he said he started doing this 5 years ago. So, hey,
He could be the auction site. Or, no, I'm kidding. I'm
maybe
kidding.
he's the one who paid Jack to go retrieve it. He's the real finder. Anyway,
Yeah.
Forrest only printed 1,000 books because of the codex. Well, he printed more than that. Maybe initially he only did 1,000. That's correct. That's right. Oh, that's a good question, Dave Davi B. Are all the chests available to find at the same time, or do we have to go in order? First one's found, then the second one, then the third one. That's a good question. And somebody
JCB,
said
did you ever talk to Forrest and look for the treasure? I know he was a searcher because he may have done an interview and there might be some information already kind of out there. So
I don't know what a tocha is, Indy. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
2.0. See, Larry thinks this is affiliated with
And there's
could be.
similarities for sure.
Yeah. JCB is the son of the owner of Heritage. Doug. Okay. So right now, if you think about it, we've had a little dry spell. We were all focusing and staring at the broken ride. Some people went off to the other rides. We've been looking at the little rides. Now we have in construction in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park, the largest treasure hunt ever known to man. And there's 5 of them. So there you have it. Okay. So we are going to go into the speakeasy in the next 5 minutes or so. It'll take me a second to get there because my device is dying. So we have JCB's hunt. If you get additional information and have evidence to back it up, please, you can provide it. We will continue to do shows. But we have JCB's hunt coming up in October. We have Benlow's timeline in like the next 4 days. We're going to have all the answers of Epic Fun from Shiloh, which is awesome. We are going...
Our treasure hunt will be the first thing that's out of all these different rumors and projects. The World Series of Fenn will happen before any of the other ones, in my opinion. And that's when our book will be available. We're 90% sure.
And Netflix is going to be in June. And then, you know who we went to dinner with and his hunt? Mike?
Say it again.
Who we just went to dinner with. Can we announce that his hunt is...
I would wait until the website and all that's ready. Yeah, I would wait.
Okay. So, and we have other treasure hunts.
It wasn't JCB, everybody.
Oh, I wish. No. Yeah. So we'll see. So right now, so this will be the spot where we just kind of share with everybody, and then we're going to go talk about conjecture and rumor and fun. Oh my. So we have lots coming. I'm hoping that Shiloh is still doing his book. That'll kind of button up the last treasure hunt. And Netflix between those two things. Oh, and then we have Justin's potential. I don't know what's coming up, but he doesn't own the Dragon bracelet anymore. He gave it to Netflix and he's doing a 2.0, but he says he can't say it.
He never confirmed he gave it to Netflix. Did
He
he?
says he didn't sell it
Right.
and he can't talk about it because it's
Right.
an upcoming project. What
Right.
upcoming project?
That can mean a lot of things.
Yeah,
Is Copper Dan doing another hunt? Lorraine asked. Well, only
not that
Copper
I
Dan.
know.
Copper Dan is selling a lot of his Forrest Fenn stuff, so we'll see if he decides to do another hunt or not. You never say never. I think when he sees
Okay,
our hunt, he'll probably want to do another hunt.
so the biggest thing is WSOF is coming up April 26th. We need to get all the RSVPs and spots reserved and things. Email Mike if you're going to be there. If you're going to be in the treasure hunt, if you want it, or treasure hunt, if you're going to be at the escape room, if you're going to be at poker, if you're attending in general, because we usually do little poker chips and some other things. We want to have enough for everybody. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all we got for right now, guys. We're going to go into speakeasy because there's a little bit going on that we just want to talk conjecture wise. That's all. Just conjecture. Just conjecture. It's not based on any actual evidence. Nothing. It's just going to be fun to go down rabbit holes and conjecture. That's all. It's not anything written in stone. It's not, no, not yet.
Okay, there it is, everybody. I'm going to go read the Perry Stone Appalachian Treasure Solution, but I'll be in there in the just speakeasy listening. So, there it is. Yeah, October 21st. It'll be a fun winter with this going on. What I would like to put out there is who would like to form a team for this thing, because this treasure hunt is so big, you can have 50 people and, be able to split it all. So if anybody's interested in that, we'd have to work out the details. And of course, and you guys know I do the Zoom and people just kind of join in, but I mean an actual team that's going to work on it together and share and try and find it. Something tells me this is not going to be an easy hunt. You don't put together $1 million hunt that's solved in a month or two. Something tells me it's going to be very difficult, would be my guess. So
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, I will travel anywhere at any time.
it's true.
Hopefully it's in the US. And I promise not to walk by this one. I promise.
Yeah, Xavier Marks did drop a new video. It's actually a pretty good video too. So we'll Zoom tomorrow on that. And Chasing Indy says, if I find one of the chests, I'll keep the hunt going. Yeah, if you find chests like that, you can definitely pay it forward with one of the items.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
Easy.
Stay tuned for updates on our treasure hunt. If there is any actual updates on the JCB hunt, we, of course, will go live and talk about it. We'll see everybody in the speakeasy.
Okay.
Bye, K-Pro.
Bye.